So this video, we are going to be covering push hands. Push hands is very easy to do. It's really hard to kind of know it. The theory behind push hands is, well, the best way is to spar. Okay, that's the best way. If I can spar all the time, it's good enough. Okay. But the thing is, sparring, first of all, there's pain and there's damage in sparring. You can't spar a 5-year-old with an adult. It's just ridiculous. But even a 12-year-old or 17-year-old versus an adult. Because when you spar your muscles, okay, if you have a heavyweight weight, right, if you're 200 pounds and your opponent is, let's say 140, you can't spar. There's just no way to spar. You can't spar seriously because you're afraid you're going to hurt them. Right? So first of all, the solution of Tai Chi push hands is to pass on experience to fighters of different weight without causing too much damage. Right? If all I'm doing is, and I'll get to why push hands has something to do with fighting in a bit. I'm doing push hands. Okay, it's very simple. Just side to side. Okay, face to face. One hand forward, back, push, back, push. The first step you need to know is you need to know your fighting style. Okay? You have to know how to play badminton or how to play basketball really well. You have to be at a level where you mastered it. Master doesn't mean too much. You have to have mastered it. And then you do the push hand. The theory is the process that we think about fighting. Okay? The process by which we think about fighting, we can replicate it with push hands. Alright, the strategies in fighting, okay, strategies in badminton, strategies in basketball, they can be replicated with push hands. Instance, if I go too much forward, he's gonna pull me back front and I'm gonna lose. If I go too much back, I don't respond to his move, I'm gonna be off balance. He's gonna push me. Push hands should be done slowly to understand these concepts. Push you back, I just turn. I don't yield, I yield, and then I counter. These ideas are very big. Okay? Of course you can practice it with chess and Wei Qi, which is a Chinese strategy game. But really, even this push hands, okay, has a use. Another reason why they do this is because this is very low impact. Right? If I spar the whole day, I'm gonna tear something. If I keep sparring, if I keep training, if I keep running. So the whole thing is, after you're done training, you just do. So again, for the people who are not training, okay, who are just playing, you don't need to do this. But for the people who want to have more of an understanding, and moreover who want to have more time, push hands is how they did it long ago. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and say that, yes, push hands is going to make you way better. Because it might not be your thing. Maybe you just like, bah, bah. But at the end of the day, you want to understand the different feelings, okay? It's typically done with the right hand. Alright, that's why badminton you have Tai Chi. Because the right hand is the one that holds the sword. This is why typically with Chinese types of fighting, it's right foot forward, not left foot. If you're right-handed, your right foot is forward. Because that is the hand that you throw the jab with. That is the hand that you did the tight twist over, the push hands. Okay, that is the hand. So boom, right hand. Boom, boom. And you feel when your opponent, you just by that's why when people talk about the jab in Chinese Kung Fu is very important. When you feel your opponent taking the jab and you feel him, slowly back down. It's like toy, and you just push, and you go push, and then when you feel him, he's coming back. You just step back. I'm not for good, so but you just step back, and step back, punch, step back. That's basically it. But now about how can we use Tai Chi, things like basketball and badminton. It's the same thing. Okay, it's very much the same thing. When you play basketball, okay, the feeling of attacking, the feeling of pulling back, the feeling of driving, those feelings are connected. Our minds are able to, if you can't connect those things to push hands, that's the very first test of whether it's good for you. If you can connect those things when you're playing badminton, you can feel you can touch, you can feel the same type of feeling as in push hands, so you're ready to train push hands. If you can't feel it, then don't train it. Because you're not doing anything at all if you don't know how to feel it. A lot of Tai Chi people, their push hand is useless. They just think it's a game. But you have to actually construct a connection. You have to connect the moves with the push hands. If you cannot connect the moves with the push hands, there's no reason for you to practice it. Okay? That's why the first step is to feel by yourself. Play basketball, play badminton. Just get the feeling of hitting the shuttle. Eventually, at a high enough level, you're going to be able to feel it just like the push hands. And when you feel it like the push hands, you're going to be able to use your knowledge from push hands into your knowledge for badminton. And you're going to be able to get the feeling of when I should push, when I should give, when I should drive, when I should... All these things is with the push hands. It's with it. Basketball. When should I drive? When should I pull back? Boom, boom. When should I shoot in the net? It's all connected. Once you connect all your everything with just the push hands, you kind of organize your mental compartment. because it becomes very simple. And this is a skill that you can choose to turn off. Right? You don't always need to feel this, but it really teaches you, okay, so boom, boom, so boom, right? It really teaches you how to do it. That's why it's used. Because at the highest level, everything is details. It's very detailed. Okay, you make one mistake, that's it. So it's to help you train your sensitivity to so many things. Okay, you can take it in terms of hockey, you can take it, okay, whatever you want to do. It's there. Hockey, small touches. When do you pull back? When do you go forward? When is he gonna be there? So that's where the push hands comes in. It's so simple. You can typically it's done one hand. Okay. Two, one hand takes care of it. The other hand takes care of something else. Okay. One hand takes care of the feeling. One hand takes care of the thinking. That's why for me, I played chess left-handed. Chess, Wei Qi, left hand. You know, I practice toys. I don't do it, but I practice Wei Qi and stuff. Practice badminton and stuff with my right hand. Alright, and because it doesn't apply to everyone. But if you want to train Toiso, you want to train push hands, you have to train with your dominant hand. Because that's going to be your jab hand. That's going to be your lower hand. The other hand is to think. So it's the one hand is to think. Another hand is to push the light. This is why you have violins this way. Right? Because one hand is to think. The other hand is to, put it's the feeling. So